Hey guys, so as you probably guessed from the title, we are going to Disney World. Woo! Yep, we're going to Disney World again and we're super excited. So we are going in about a month from now, and if you watch our daily vlogs, then you already know this because we booked this trip, good lord, a really long time ago. This has been, in the works for a while now, and we have been, just planning the trip out and getting reservations set up, and I've been making lots of fun Disney purchases because I can't help myself. So this vlog is just to talk about Disney in general and the fact that we're going and we're so excited. When are we going? We are going from, and yes, I'm going to give you dates, we're going from December 11th through December 19th. We're leaving on the 19th because that is when all the schools get out and all the families start coming in. So we're getting out of there before all that crowd picks up. Yeah, when we go to Disney, we don't go for a couple of days. We like to make it count. We go for a big chunk. We typically go to Disney, if you haven't already picked up on this from watching us before, we typically go to Disney every other year. We only skipped it once because of, I think with Sophie being just born. We just kind of go every other year, and then that's something that we did with our own families. Kyle and I both come from Disney crazy families. Our families both love Disney. One of the things that attracted me to Kyle wasn't so much just the fact that he and his family liked Disney as much as my family and I did, but that they were the type of people who could get lost in the magic of Disney, and I love that about people in general. I like that kind of person. So I gave you the when we're going, and I gave you the like how we go. We try to do it every other year. And honestly, I would go every year if it was up to me, but we figure it's better to, especially as the kids are getting older, we'll go to Disney every other year, make it awesome, and the years in between we'll do something else. So this year, the last time we went, Grayson was 1, I don't remember the exact age. He had already been weaned, so I was able to go when we left him here, and we just took Sophia. If we had to take Grayson, no big deal. I always tell people who are like, oh, I really want to go to Disney because I have a 4-year-old, but then I also have an 18-month-old man, and I'm like, not going is totally cool, and like everyone will understand why you're not going to go in that situation. But don't let that stop you. If you really want to go, you're going to have a good time. It's what you make of it. So when people always ask me the best age to go to Disney, I'm like, it's up to you and your attitude, really. If you go with a bad attitude, if you go being like, ugh, I'm taking a 3-year-old, this is probably going to be a pain in the butt, blah, 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 then you probably are going to focus on all the things that happen like that. But if you go and you're like, you know what, I'm going with a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old or whatever age, and they're gonna probably get a little tired. We're probably not gonna be able to do everything the way I would do it on my own. We might have to stop a little more often for some water or a break. Might have to call it an evening a little earlier. But that's okay because we're still at Disney World and we're gonna have the best flipping time ever. If you go with that kind of attitude, it is awesome at any age group. So that being said, the only reason we left Grayson is because we could. He was weaned, so I didn't have to worry about that. And he was gonna stay with my parents, his grandparents, which is the best thing. Honestly, if we hadn't had someone like grandparents to leave him with, we would have brought him and we would have still had the best time ever. So I just think in our situation, we're in a situation where the children adore their grandparents, the grandparents adore the children, and so we have a way to leave behind the youngest if that's what we choose to do, and it's okay. It doesn't, worry me. That being said, this time Grayson's going. So I'm so excited for Grayson to go. And he's taller than Sophie, so he's tall enough already. Well, he's been tall enough since forever ago to ride pretty much everything except the hardcore roller coasters, which I wouldn't let him at 3 ride anyway, even if he was really tall. So it doesn't matter. So he can ride everything from like soaring to test track because he's tall. He's a tall 3-year-old. So Sophie couldn't quite ride everything, but at Disney, the thing that I love about Disney is that most of the rides you can ride at any height. There's just a handful that are more height restricted, and so going with a child who's shorter will not ruin your trip. Again, it all comes down to attitude. If you're like, it's cool, we may not get to ride Rock and Roller Coaster this time, but we get to do 99 other things, you're gonna have fun. And if you just focus on the negative, then you're gonna, be bothered by that. So, but in our situation, Grace Sophie when we went was 38 and a half, 39 inches, and 40 inches was kind of the height we were hoping to get her to, because then she could ride just a few more of those rides. We didn't make it, it didn't ruin her trip, no problem. Grayson, he was already just about 40 inches in July. So we're good. and Sophia is 44 inches now, and so, or she might be taller now. So having tall children is paying off for us, but like I said, it didn't matter when we took Sophia and she was a little short. It did not affect our trip. It was still the best time ever. Best time ever. Grayson's going this time. Audrey Bear is not. Now here's the funny thing. I kind of thought Audrey was going to end up going. One, because originally my parents were going to go. So and my sister was gonna go, and so we were like, let's just bring her, because you know my mom was like, hey, I'm gonna be there, I don't like to ride everything, I like to people watch. When we're doing this, I'll sit with her and blah blah blah, and we were like, oh, she'll still have fun. But now my parents aren't gonna go. Plans changed, and the rest of them, they're not going. So because of that, we've decided, since Audrey has an awesome place to stay, great. Plus she has weaned completely. She is more weaned than, she's only 13 months old and she's already weaned. Naturally, I did not force her to do this. It just happened. And if you're watching this Disney vlog for Disney stuff and you're like, what the heck is weaning? It's just when you have a nursing baby, and so it's kind of hard to leave a nursing baby, even if you have reserves. But in my situation, I don't have to worry about it anymore. She's on whole milk. I can't even nurse her when I try. She's like, no. Like she is just, she doesn't really want bottles, she doesn't want a nurse, she just wants her sippy cups. That's great. You know what? At first I was a little sad, now I'm not. Now I'm like, awesome, great, moving on. So because of that, she's going to go between my parents and my husband's parents. So we have an awesome place for her to stay. So she's gonna stay here. And my husband and I, this is our third kid, so we're kind of over the whole like mopey, like, oh, I don't know if I could leave my baby thing. We've learned like, no, it's totally cool. Plus, the older kids, this is a chance for us to focus on them and do something super special with them. Because quite frankly, when you have a baby in the house, no matter how hard you try, a lot of times the older kids are the ones who have to wait and be patient. And, you know, because the baby a lot of times needs your attention. So I am just over the moon to get to take them, and it's gonna just be all about them. It's just gonna be amazing. I'm just so excited. Okay, so there's the backstory with Audrey. I wanted to explain that about the baby because the last time we went, a lot of people were like, how could you not take Grayson? And totally missing the point that he was staying with grandparents and that he was one and we could take, we were able to leave him. So I think most people totally got it. And plus we go a lot. Now that's the other thing. If we didn't get to go a lot, like if I was from another country and we were coming to Disney World and we knew we were only going to get to do it once every 10 years, I would definitely bring the baby, because you don't want, even though they won't remember, you will remember how much fun it was to have them there. So I would definitely take them. But in our situation where we go all the time, it's not so imperative that they be there, you know? And so just, it's our particular situation. That's how it's gonna work. So we are staying at the Caribbean Beach Resort. We actually stayed there the last time. We didn't want to stay there again, not because we didn't love it. We did. I love it. I think it's a super fun hotel, especially if you have children. They have a pool with a pirate ship in it. I pretty much don't need to explain any other reason why you wouldn't want to stay there with your kids. Like that pretty much sums it up. We just wanted to stay someplace different just because we like to. We like to hop around. The time before that, we stayed at the Grand Floridian. Well, we're not going to stay at the Grand Floridian with the kids this little. That is one thing where we were like, we're going to save we're saving those hotels when they get a little older, and so we feel like it's more worth the money. So instead for us, we're happy staying kind of at the moderate, which is the middle level. So the reason we were at the Caribbean Beach again is because when we were booking our trip, we discovered that we were actually booking when they were having this promotional deal. It was only at limited hotels. So they had them at several of the value level, and then they had only like 2 of the moderate levels were offering that particular promotion. And so we were like, between the 2, we wanted to stay at Caribbean Beach again. So we're staying there again. I'm totally happy with this because we did love it. Caribbean Beach, super fun. They even have like pirate themed rooms and they only cost a little bit extra, and it's pretty cool. Okay, so we are thinking about doing a meetup at Downtown Disney. This is in Orlando, by the way. We're going to Disney World, not Disneyland, Disney World. we're thinking about doing a meetup. We thought that would be fun, and the last time we went to Disney World, I ran into people there, and it was really cool to meet people there that were like, oh, hi guys, and so we thought to ourselves, like, let's try to have a meetup. So I'm going to set up a meetup. We'll probably do it at Downtown Disney, but if no one like says they're going to come, then we're not going to do it. But if people are like, yeah, we'll come, we'll probably do it on the first Saturday we're there, which is the 13th of December. That's what we're gearing towards, because we're going to go to Animal Kingdom that day, which means it'll be a shorter day, and we thought the weekend would be more likely that people could actually come. But again, if no one is going to come, if like no one has any interest in coming, then we just won't do that. We'll just continue on with our trip. But I'm going to set that up. I'll set it up, and so if someone wants to come and have a meetup and just say hi and we can say hi to you, that would be super fun. Okay, so other than that, I've told you when we're going, why we're going, how we're going, where we're staying. The only other thing left is how we're vlogging it, and that is, so we have a daily vlog channel. But the thing is there's no way that I want to edit these daily vlogs every evening while we're there, not happening on my vacation to Disney World. So what I did the last time we went is that I would upload these quick, fun little, I would just upload little quick phone videos from my iPhone, you know, kind of sharing what we were doing live in that moment. And then when we got back, we did, I did the videos then, like they were just delayed. So I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do this time. That way there's no pressure, I'm not distracted from my family and the trip, but I'm still capturing all the moments, because honestly, even if I wasn't making them for YouTube, I'd make them for us anyway. That's just how I roll. So I'm just going to do it that way. So and how it might go down is I might do the live or short video updates daily on our daily vlog channel, and then do the Disney vlogs on our main channel, just to keep them connected to the Disney vlogs we've already done. I think that's what I'm going to do. So you're gonna, if you like to see Disney videos, subscribe to both our channels so that you can see all of it. Plus a lot of the planning happens kind of more in real time on the daily vlog channel, obviously, because there's just more and more stuff going on. I made a sign there. It's probably kind of blurry because I'm in focus and it's not, but I did. So the other thing is I wanted to ask what Disney related videos, planning videos you guys want to see before we go, and after, I guess, too, that's fine. So I definitely am going to do some, because navigating a Disney vacation can be daunting for some people. There's also a lot of tips and tricks and things that I picked up, because like I said, I've been going, the first time I went to Disney I was 7 years old, 5 or 7, I think I was 7, and I've been going regularly ever since. I mean, I've been going for most of my life, and things have changed and some things haven't changed, and I just have learned a lot. And like Kyle, Lindsay, my sister-in-law, everyone in our family, we just kind of know because we've done it, and we've stayed at all different kinds of hotels. We prefer to stay on property, but we've done other things, you know, there's all kinds of stuff to it. And so if there's anything you guys want to see, I'll make a video about it, because that would be super fun. And I like to talk about Disney, not gonna lie. I actually have a 3-part series called Disney Planning 101 that I did 2.5 years ago. So some of the information in those videos has changed slightly because Disney has changed some things, but most of it's still pertinent, and it's just things that I've learned. Like I said, I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I've gone enough that I've learned different things, or at least have some of the information just from experience, not because I know it all about it, but just experience. So I have those videos, but I will do more. So I definitely am going to do some videos about the actual planning process, like how you start to plan the trip to actual booking and so forth. And then I'm going to share a lot of people make Disney binders or Disney folders, planning folders. I do that too, kind of, except mine is more digital with a program called OneNote. But I'm going to share that and share like how I do my packing list and all my pre-stuff and reminders and where I keep my reservations and all of that. I mean, just all of those things that I do to make the trip, to make the planning process and the trip go more smoothly, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Plus, honestly, if you're watching this video and you probably love Disney, you love to plan just like I do, so you get it. You get what's going on here. Part of it's just fun. You get excited you're going, so you like doing the planning. I'm also going to do a video about important dates with Disney planning, because there are a lot of important dates to remember, things that some people are just like, whoa, what? Like there's you know, deadlines for when you want to start booking certain things, and there's, you know, there's points when things are due, and there's points when you need to start doing certain things, but you have to wait, and blah, 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 and there's a lot of that going on. So I want to do a video about that because I think it would be helpful because I know I spent a lot of time figuring out kind of the logistics of some of this, and so I will share what I had to learn. And I also want to do a video that just shows you guys kind of the stuff that Disney sends you in prep for your trip, the stuff you get when you first book it, and then the stuff they send you along the way up until your trip starts. Because it's really exciting. It's always kind of, I'm just going to show you this, like it's always themed. They usually have it personalized. The information will say like, Hale family adventure, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so they send you the stuff along the way, but they package it in such a way that it may be important information that you as the adult, or, you know, the main person in charge of the trip needs, but they package it in this way that the kids see it and they get so excited. So I want to share a bunch of that stuff too. So those are some of the videos I'm going to do, but let me know if you have any requests or want to see something. I was even thinking about doing a live chat all about Disney. I thought it would be really fun, and I thought it would be really cool if we had if I had some guest host to do it with me, or just had guests on there, people who love Disney as much as I do, because I know I have some friends on here who do, and I thought, how fun would that be if we did a live chat where we could just answer Disney questions live, and for all these people who are addicted to Disney the way we are, it would just be really fun. So, alright guys, that's what's happening in the world of magical vacations. I'm so excited, and I have to tell you guys, like, every time the kids, like Grayson has asked me, if you watch the day in the life vlogs too, you've seen this, the daily vlogs, but he's asked several times, he'll just randomly be like, Mama, are we going to Disney World? And I'm like, yeah, not today, but soon. And it just like thrills me. It thrills me to go. Like I'm more excited probably than the kids, or at least as excited. They're pretty excited, so I don't know. All right, you guys, that's it for now. I will talk to everybody later. Thanks for watching.